Oh, there's no doubt about it. I mean, Holland has been considered, I think, by a lot of us in the music industry in Europe to be a breakout market for many, many, many years. I remember having our first, Mike and I, when we had our first, I say Mike Chapman, just to clarify the relationship, yes. When Mike Chapman and I had our first hit with Sweet, Mike and I went over to Holland to do TopPops with Sweet for Funny Funny, and it was the first television outside England that Sweet had done. The next thing we knew, we were in the charts, not only in Holland, but in Germany, in Belgium, in the Scandinavian countries, all over the place. It was a definite breakout market and always has been. The most obvious changes in the pop field, I would say, well, certainly in America, I can talk for America now, it's getting softer. The rock and roll that we grew up on and I think learnt to love is being less generally accepted by the media. If it's less accepted by the media, it's bound to be less accepted by the buyers and the kids because they're not hearing it. But if I look over to the European market, I see that rock and roll is still pretty strong, even though there is a certain swing to the softer market. Are there any dramatic changes in the last 10 years? I don't really think so. Bands are still getting dressed up and looking different on stage and still going for the same approach. I don't think we've seen any dramatic changes, other than maybe the biggest dramatic change we've seen is we haven't seen anything new. Anyway, we got together and we saw them as a very good vehicle. Visually, they were very, very good indeed, and a very good vehicle for our material. And they had the goods to deliver on stage, which they always did. They were a very good live act for that particular kind of audience, which was a teen audience, no doubt about it. And we made a couple of records, Crazy and Hypnosis, which were sort of minor hits in England. I think basically minor hits everywhere else. And then we made a record called Dynamite. And, well, really, the rest's history. They just took off out of nowhere. The band just went crazy, if you'll excuse the pun, of the first record. But it really did. And in fact, they gave us more number ones over a period of about 3 years than, as I say, outside Blondie, we've ever experienced. They always used to reach the top of the charts. From Dynamite onwards, it was always number 1 or 2. So I would say that they were a large part in our career. We had a lot of fun writing and making that kind of music. And I believe I'm right in saying that they were, in fact, also easily our biggest Dutch band to this date. I mean, Holland absolutely embraced them and wanted them. Mm-hmm. And we sold enormous amounts of records